All right, hello. Welcome to the weekly summary for week 7. Wow, so uh, amazing. We're already in week 7. We're nearly halfway through the semester, and only a week to go left in the static semester. It's absolutely rolling by. That's pretty incredible. So let's talk about what we did this week, both online and in class. Talk about how that affects me a little bit, what I've learned, how what I can take away. And let's start with I think her name is Simone Gertz, and her video on making things and being creative, why you should make useless things. So my takeaway from this video is, it's sort of a little bit broader than just making robots and making electronics and things like what she makes. But I kind of took away the idea of sort of working with your hands and using that as an outlet for your creativity and using that as a form of expression. I can tell you that, in an 8 to 5 environment, in a legal job that I've had, I still work there part-time, but, to be at a desk all day in front of a computer making legal pleadings and then making reports for clients and answering emails and things like that, that creativity, that ability to make and do, you don't really get to express that. And so the ability to come home, I have a little workshop in my backyard here, and so I can, do whatever. Sometimes I get to make or create. Sometimes it's, repair. There's some household problems that there's always something around here that needs to be fixed. I think I have a reverse osmosis water filter system at the sink that I need to probably fix this weekend. It's probably procrastinated that enough. But I really enjoyed the video, and something that I've always sort of agreed with and tried to keep going is just working with my hands, creating, building, kind of just puttering around the shop is just a way to build creativity, kind of sort of like brain training, brain exercise, relieve some stress of the week. And yeah, it's something I've always really enjoyed. So watching her and kind of make these fun little gadgets or useless things, a ton of fun, and something that I always try. I've already try to employ in my real world. So the next thing that we have is the some of the neat resources. Now we talked about augmented reality, and I posted a video of the Dallas Cowboys using it's like a photo booth, but you can enter all your information and you put it in, and the players will forward around you, and you can take a photo with the players around you in this as AR world, and it's like they're really there. And the other video that I wanted to show off here as well is this one that I found of a zoo. And so it's just sort of seems to be like an ongoing loop program that you can walk up and watch the screen, and on the screen you can see the animals come through, and they have various different animals that kind of come along as you stand there. And my first thought when I saw this was how great of an opportunity AR can be for maybe, an opportunity for underprivileged groups, underprivileged areas to experience a lot of things that maybe they would not be able to experience. Like, zoos, for example, are pretty expensive. I think right now the Phoenix Zoo basic entry is $25. So family of 4, that's $100 just to get in, not including food or snacks or all the extra rides. And they have a tram that costs extra. They have little movie thing you can go into that costs extra. So all these extra things can really add up. For family like mine growing up, we never went to the zoo. That was just a little too steep of a price. But with these programs, I think this emerging technology, you can have an experience where you can sort of see animals, or maybe it's something different. Maybe it's a sporting theme type idea. Maybe it's a conservation idea, what have you. But it's a tremendous opportunity, I think, for kids to interact and learn without maybe having the ability to go see the real thing. In terms of the best resource for the AR, I enjoyed Zach's. He had a video on learning how to draw. Now, he talked about how he's a sketcher and he's sort of an artist, and so this helps him. I'm coming from the exact opposite. I cannot draw to save my life. Even I think my free body diagrams, in class are shaky at best. So this app looked like a great tool for even someone like me who doesn't know what they're doing to be able to, pick up a few things, right? Kind of learn how to create and kind of go line by line and do it. So that was kind of exciting to me, and I might want to try that out. Again, terrible drawer. So maybe I can learn how to draw straight or draw decently, maybe with this little app they have. So the other thing that we did this week, did this at home, was you wanted us to try and create some sort of 3D idea or some item using at least 2 different shapes and trying to keep it within 50 millimeters square, so small. Now, I was introduced to Tinkercad week 2 of this class. I had no experience with Tinkercad. I'm being introduced to SolidWorks in the 103 that I take on Tuesday and Thursday evenings. Otherwise, no real experience with SolidWorks either. So this has been a complete new world for me. But nevertheless, Tinkercad, I felt, because you gave us the option of whatever we wanted to use, and I felt like Tinkercad was a little easier for me. It seems to be the easier program overall to just jump into and start to work with and play with. And so I went for it, and I tried to build this race car, but I think I lost sight of how much I'm squeezing into 50 millimeter square, because when you did print it, I think we looked at it Thursday, it was a mess. The front wheels weren't connected. I tried to smush it down. I think I was using this item here and sort of doing that. Everything's all one piece. So I fixed that and I resubmitted it. I want to say Friday, no, probably Thursday afternoon. I resubmitted something that's a little taller. It's a little difficult because, I mean, at least to me, the wheels look square here, and they look, well, not so much, but I think I've got them, or not square, but round, pretty round there. So I started with, I think, 2, let me see what I started with. I think it was 2 cones, long cones back to back, here and here, and then sort of built the wheels. And once I had a wheel idea, I was able to kind of cut a little wheel space into the tire and created 4 of those and built some axles. The other thing, that the first sketch, the front wheels were not connected. I feel like the axle maybe was too small, so I put in a thicker axle here, quite a bit thicker, maybe just to hold that together. So maybe if we print that again, it'll be a little better. But yeah, I created a little box for the body and was able to take like a triangle shape, like a wedge shape here for the front wing and the back, and then cut pieces into that to kind of create some dimension, some angle to the wing. That's a paraboloid. This piece here is a paraboloid. Had a lot of fun. It was a little frustrating at first to navigate. I'm still sort of struggling on going the right direction and where to go and how to place. But learning quickly and enjoying it quite a bit. I might try to make something different, maybe something that fills the 50 millimeters a little bit better, because this is, it's still pretty small, leaving a lot of empty space here and pretty tiny. So maybe try to make something that utilizes the whole space a little bit better, but we'll see. Otherwise, still enjoying this. Glad that I'm getting to learn this in the class. Again, something I have zero experience with, and something that the young people in their class have a lot more experience. They seem to already know it and seem to be very familiar. I'm not familiar at all. So something I've enjoyed getting to learn. Now, the grand finale of our video today has to be our balloon launcher work. Kind of a late start on this after we had our spaghetti bridge test and our pizza and our interviews last week. And then with the Entrepreneur Week going on last week, sort of a late jump, but I feel like we've come along very quickly, thanks in no large part to the materials that we already have in the classroom, in that closet. Tons of wood and supplies, screws, everything that we really needed to get going, which was surprising because I took a 102 class in this same classroom last semester, and we had to go buy all of our own stuff. So I was a little surprised to see that there was plenty of materials back there. So we've kind of tried to create a base here, a simple base, but since you'll be moving in a straight line, we've tried to create a moving or a rotating firing head or or piece if you'd like, and it kind of rotates on a little PVCC, I keep saying PVCC, PVC pipe with, we have holes now bored through each side, and so it can rotate and turn. You can see a little photo of what I spent a good one day just trying to bore out the holes. We got it done though, so it was done. Some photos of making the cuts here. Now here's an idea of our CATA, or a launcher rather. So it has, this is the firing piece here, and then here's the base. And so it can rotate back and forth on this and can move. And really, we're only going to have, I believe it's 30 seconds. You're going to be walking 30 meters, 30 seconds. That is a small window to launch. Certainly as many times as we can. So we try to make it to where we can turn and fire without having to move the entire launcher every time. It's working well in our testing so far. Now we did get to test this a little bit Thursday afternoon. It's working so far, but really we need to clean up the operation, being able to fire, reload, clean, little teamwork, team effort that we need to work on. So hopefully that'll be what we work on Monday, and I believe Tuesday. We fire Tuesday or Wednesday, we will fire for real. So certainly we'll have Monday to clean this up, clean our operations up, and hopefully have a successful firing day. So with that is the week 7 summary. Suppose we'll be doing a full static semi-mister summary next week. Can't believe this is the last week of statics and going into spring break. It has absolutely flown by. So with that, looking forward to a good week 8. We'll see you next week.